Hey guys, so I'm here with a paper pumpkin. This is September's paper pumpkin. It's called Frights and Delights. Of course, it is Halloween themed, which I'm all about. Let me see if I can get rid of some of this glare. So let's go ahead and bust into it. You have this flyer. It's introducing the new Stampin' Up tool. Does it have a name? Yes, it's introducing the Take Your Pick tool. It's a really great tool. It has the tacky putty end that helps you pick up small elements, and then a second end that's double-ended, as you can see here. It gives you more handy versatility and all that stuff. This is similar to the Quick Stick from We Are Memory Keepers. So this one actually looks, so it has the same kind of tip. It's a putty tip at the end, and I've had this for a couple years. And there's just putties right here, and it's lasting me a couple years, so it, you won't go through it as quickly as you may think. And I'm assuming Stampin' Up's is the same way, where just here's the putty. And then here, this looks like a scoring tool. Not sure what that is. But then this one has a flat end. I don't know if that's even coming on camera. And then you take it out, and then it has a pokey side, which mine's a little bent, but it's quite sharp, so I always leave that part in here. This is available. It's in the holiday catalog. I'll link it below if you're interested. But this is the one I've had for many years, and Stampin' Up just came out with theirs. So that's a good thing because it does come in handy. So let me go ahead and bust out the kit, and then we will go through the contents. Alright, so here is the project sheet. It has Frights and Delights, the name. This is great to keep if you have leftovers from your kit and you can store them in a stamp sleeve or whatever. It contains supplies for 24 cellophane treat bags. And here are the adorable treat bags. You get 3, you can make 3 designs. Isn't that cute? So I've decided usually with my paper pumpkin kits, I show you the projects as they're supposed to be made. And long ago, like a year ago, I used to do alternative projects, but the time just gets to me and I just don't have time. So I just show you what the kit is and move on. However, with this one, I have no need for the treat bags. So if you want to watch how to put these together, you can go to Stampin' Up's channel, and I will link that below as well if you want to catch that video. It's real quick on how to put these treat bags together. But I'm just going to do some alternative projects for you today instead of the treat bags. So hopefully you guys are okay with that. So inside it comes with step-by-step directions on how to put together the treat bags. You have a ruler down here, which is really nice to measure out your twine. And then on the back it has what your kit includes and coordinating colors. So I'll go through the contents with you, so as I make the cards, you know what I'm pulling from. First, we have our Frights and Delights photopolymer stamp set. Really cute. You have Spooky, a pumpkin, a bat, a couple bats, a spider, some stars, the moon, Boo, Eek, Frights and Delights, It's Halloween, To From, Treats for You. So that's the stamp set. You get a basic gray Stampin' Spot. I do have, let's see, let me turn my thing around. I do have a basic gray ink pad, so I'll be using this. But since I'm making alternative cards, alternative projects into cards, I'll probably be using more inks than just the basic gray. You get 24 cardstock cellophane bag inserts. So these are the inserts, which is nice because it creates stability for your bag. You get 24 of those. And then you get 24 printed gusseted cellophane bags. So it looks like you get 3 different designs, which is adorable. And of course, I'm not going to use these on my cards. I could always, probably when I go back into teaching, I'll use these and make them for my students next year. Hopefully I have a teaching job next year. Or my husband and I will be eating ramen noodles for the rest of our lives. So here, this is spiders. Kind of creepy. And then you get spider webs, which, ooh, I like this one. That's cool. So you get the spider web bag. And then you get like an orange bag, which reminds me of a pumpkin. It's really pretty pattern. And you can see how those looked when filled up. So like the green jelly beans looks like the spiders, and then the spider webs, and then the orange, which looks really pretty with the black candy. Next we get 6 sheets of tag toppers. So it is these, and they are scored in the center so you can easily fold them. 1, 2. So you get 3 of the orange, 3 of the purple. Those. And then you get 1 sheet of die cut elements, which is spooky. And these are stickers. Then you get 2 sheets of silver foil. So laser cut, pop these out, and then these are sticky, the boo sentiment. Then you get 4 sheets of laser cuts. Sometimes I wonder if their listing of products is right. I don't even know why. It says 1 sheet of die cut elements. Okay, what is that? Because I have 3 here. 4 sheets of laser cut elements. So I don't know. If you are a pro at reading these, help me understand, because frankly that's a little frustrating. So I'm just going to not go off this sheet. Here you get some die cut pumpkins, some bats. I don't know why this sheet has to be so difficult. Ghosts. And then you get spooky and eek, and again these are self-adhesive. You get some Stampin dimensionals, which is always nice. Some dots. Glue Dots is a brand, but this is what they are, adhesive dots. And then you get some baker's twine, 9 yards, so you get quite a bit, and I like this baker's twine. So we're going to make a couple cards just using some of the supplies we have, just to show you some alternative ideas. And if you're interested in making these adorable bags, head on over to Stampin' Up's site and watch that video, which will be linked below.
Okay, so here I'm taking Gorgeous Grape. I wanted to do a little bit of watercoloring, and this is the new style ink pad, and I could not get any ink on the lid like the old style ink pads where you kind of smush it and it'll get on the lid and you can pick up ink that way. For some reason it wouldn't do it for me. Maybe I wasn't doing it hard enough, but worst case scenario, I have a piece of laminated paper next to me, and I just smushed some on that laminated paper. And I got a piece of watercolor paper, got it wet with some clean water. And then here I'm just running a purple, the Gorgeous Grape, across the watercolor cardstock. So you can make this as dark, as light as you want. I'm going to go ahead and dry it with my heat gun, or you can let it air dry, it doesn't matter. And then I'm going to go ahead and do it with the black as well. Smush a little bit on that laminated sheet. Get it a little bit wet, not too wet like the purple, and do some ink splattering. I was going to go in with some white, but the ink is reactive to water, the purple ink. So there were some spots where, of course, I had black splatter, but then also where I just had water. And that kind of lightened some of the areas. So I just left it alone, as you can see here in a moment. I've added a piece of fun foam to the back, and I'm going to adhere this to my card base. But what I was talking about with the water spots is that they're light. They're not white, but they're lighter color spots around the black spots, if that makes any sense. You could see it here. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. I'm not totally confusing you. I go in and take this twine and I tie it around, just wrap it around a few times on my card base. I love this twine. It's so pretty. I make 3 cards today, and I do use it for each card. But it's definitely a twine that I probably will end up hoarding, unless I can find some more. I don't know if Stampin' Up sells this. I can't. This year has been really bad with me having time to do anything and really getting to know the catalog. So I apologize for that. But the twine is awesome. I go ahead and move it over so it's more over the white instead of it like where the crease is of my card base, so you can actually see it. It's too pretty to hide. I go ahead and add a couple bats, and I use those dimensionals to stick them down. I stamped Spooky on here, and it was kind of an afterthought, so I went over with a black marker to kind of darken up the sentiment, because with the fun foam allowed it to stamp okay, but it wasn't perfect. So here I sped up really fast the pumpkin stamp that comes in the kit and the spider, and I go ahead and just stamp my own little background using black, just basic black, and then pumpkin pie ink. Here the little gold piece goes behind the pumpkin die cut piece. Go ahead and adhere those together. Go ahead and wrap around the twine a couple times before I attach this panel to my card base. And then I will tie a bow. I tie it off camera. And I go ahead and use those adhesive dots to attach my bow. And then I will use the dimensionals to pop the little panel on the card base. And my cards are measuring A2 size, 5.5 by 4.25. Go ahead and use one of the little stickers, the eek, and adhere that down. But then I do stamp out on a piece of white cardstock a stamp that came in the stamp set, another sentiment stamp. Pop out my pumpkin, adhere that down. And then with Gorgeous Grape, I stamp It's Halloween and pop that up. And go ahead and attach that for card 2. Card 2 is my favorite. For card 3, I'm going to put these little adhesive dots on my ghost, and then there's these little circle foil pieces that go behind the ghost. Here I'm kind of masking off half of my card panel, and I'm going to stamp Boo, and I'm using basic gray to stamp this out. I take a black strip of cardstock and go ahead and add some tape, and I'll adhere that in the center where the sentiment and the white space meet, right here. Just so it gives a definite line of it being separated, I guess. Trim that off. I do add twine, and I spent quite a while adding twine in that angle. So I would not recommend this unless you have a lot of patience. So here I am. I show you very little of it, and then I do the rest off camera because my camera probably would have ended up dying if I kept filming. Use my circle punch to cut out a circle, and I've already attached my bow, as you can see. Going to go ahead and take one of these little Boo stickers, attach that to the little circle. I think this is basic gray. I'm hoping it's basic gray. It may be smoky slate. Pop that down. Then I pop my little ghost down, and that will complete that card. Really cute. I like how the ribbon turned out, even though that was a big old pain in my side. But I hope you guys enjoyed this and found inspiration if you are not going to use your paper pumpkin as it is intended. Let me know what you think. And if you're interested in paper pumpkin, all links will be below. But as always, let me know if you have any questions. All right, guys. Catch you next time. Bye.